Greetings and welcome to Roman of the Empire. I'm your host, Roman. Today we're going to talk about Marvel's What If season finale episode, What If the Watcher Broke His Oath, which follows on directly after What If Ultron Won. So Ultron in the last episode, is a quick recap, actually got the body of Vision, which he had intended to be his body, got all the Infinity Stones and was destroying worlds in our universe, and then he discovered the Watcher, and then he was destroying the multiverse. Not cool. Hawkeye and Black Widow had uploaded Zoloff into the computer version of Zoloff into one of Hawkeye's arrows. He has all those clever digital arrows, and the plan was to get him loaded into Ultron's hive mind so he could basically switch him off. Now, the Watcher at the end of the last episode went to interact with the dark version of Doctor Strange. Remember, if you saw the episode, and if you're watching this, I'm assuming you've seen all the episodes up to this point. Doctor Strange had split into two. You have the dark version of him, which had absorbed all these super entities, dark creatures, so he could become super powerful, stop irrevocable events, change them back, which caused the destruction of his universe. And so he had closed himself away in a pocket universe so he couldn't cause any more harm, basically. So the Watcher at the end of the last episode pops in there and is like, yo, evil Doctor Strange, I need some help. And he's like, I thought you would show up. And so at this point, you realize there's going to be a part 2 and more to come. And what they did was, and I really like this, they used the characters from all the previous What If episodes. Not all the characters, obviously, but many of them. So he gathers up, so you have the dark Doctor Strange, Thor, who is the goofy version of Thor from the What If Thor was an only child, or didn't have a brother, or whatever it was episode. I thought it was an okay episode, it wasn't my favorite. So Chris Hemsworth does do the voice for this, but you're getting a kind of a goofier version of Thor, just so you know that going into it. It's not our Thor. Black Widow, this is the Black Widow you get kind of two versions of her in this episode. The primary one is the one from the last episode, who was with Clint trying to bring down Ultron. Captain Carter, who started this whole thing off. I like the Peggy Carter character a lot in this. I think she's really good. You get the Killmonger Black Panther. I didn't really care so much for that episode, but I do like him in this episode. So he's a bad guy, but the Watcher knows he needs him, and so he brings him along. You get the T'Challa Star-Lord, again, voiced by Chadwick Boseman, which I thought was really cool. I also wasn't a big fan of that episode. It was okay. It wasn't bad, but I like them better in this ensemble than in their own episodes. And you get Gamora. She's the only one who you really didn't have any interaction with in prior episodes. She's basically just Gamora. She was working with Tony Stark when the Watcher comes and grabs her. So the Watcher breaks his oath. He interferes. He is out there grabbing the heroes, building a team. That of all the multiverses that he's seen, these are the people he thinks can work best together to bring down Ultron, who is just immensely powerful now. He's probably as powerful as a Celestial. He's just crazy powerful. So what he does is he gets them all. They meet in this strange pub setting, which is fine. I like a pub. And then they go over their baseline plan. Then he puts them on an uninhabited world so that something that hasn't gotten Ultron's attention. Since Ultron's goal is to bring peace, and the most direct way to bring peace, even if it's not the kindest way, is to just eliminate all life. Without life, there's peace. It's a twisted worldview. I know that. You don't need to yell at me about that. It wasn't my plan. So they end up on the planet, and the interaction between the characters is solid, just really good. Dark Doctor Strange is kind of the center of the team, and he's really just fantastic. Black Widow is good. So this episode, the episode actually starts off with Captain Carter in the mission from Captain America: Winter Soldier, where she drops out of the plane, goes to the pirate ship. That whole scene is what's playing out. But you see the Black Widow from her universe is on the plane, just like in the Captain America: Winter Soldier. But it was good. So that's where it all starts off, and that's the rest of them kind of pick up where they left off from their previous episodes. It's a pretty quick transition. Now, Captain Carter was doing missions and stuff, so she'd been working for a little bit. The other ones, like I said, seem to be very direct lines from their episode to this episode. One of my favorite things from this episode was the weaponized use of zombies from the What If Zombies episode, which I thought was fantastic, and it was just awesome in this episode as well. So it was really good. The ending of this episode, they closed it out just really nicely. A little bit of a tearjerker, depending on how much you're invested in these characters, but they did a really good job with it. I was pleased overall with this series. A couple episodes, like I said, I wasn't thrilled with, but there were no standout, I would say, bad episodes. Series is worth watching, and if you haven't watched all the episodes, watch them all so this last episode is a bit more cohesive for you. And this was Marvel doing good Marvel stuff overall, unlike, say, the films, which at this point are not good. Black Widow, I'm gonna watch that today, and I'm not gonna make a video because everybody's made a video on it, and none of them have been positive. I'm watching it because it's free now. Didn't care about Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, just didn't care. Not gonna see it, didn't care. Marvel did not bring me in on that one. The Eternals that's coming out in a couple months, don't care. These are the C and D list players from the Marvel Universe, just don't care. But this is worth watching. It's worth your time. And you only have so much of that on the earth, so spend it on things that don't suck. That's it. Marvel What If. I'd like to have my own What If episode. What if I won the lottery? What if I had better video equipment? There's a lot of what ifs. Anyway, I am Roman of the Empire, signing off. Be kind.